Hey, welcome back to No Hype Beer Reviews. Unless it's your first time, then welcome. Please consider subscribing. If you do, hit the notification bell, get all those updates. That's it for today's video. So I'm going to rank all of 2022's Bourbon County brand stouts, except the 12-ounce Easter egg ones. I am in the process of trying to get all three together so I can do a side-by-side review of them. But I figured, they weren't officially in the press release of this year's lineup, so I'm not going to include them. Maybe in the future I'll squeeze them in and tell you where I rank them with everything else. But I'm just going to focus on the 16.9 ounce formats for this review. Please don't hold that against me. Before I get into that though, just it's been really fun. It's almost like a bittersweet video to film because getting to talk to people who I do talk to on the channel for a while, and then also new people who found my channel looking up Bourbon County beer reviews. So just kind of cool. I don't know. I love doing this for the meeting people and talking about beer and that community piece. So it's just been like a really fun couple of weeks, few weeks, and bittersweet to see it end. But yeah, so I have them in order. I will go my least favorite to most favorite, and kind of cool because I did like all of them. I mean, if you watched all my videos, I did like all of them, to different degrees, but I did. But yeah, if you've watched all of them, you probably won't be too surprised what my last one is, because it's the only one I was kind of critical of in any real capacity. That was this year's prop. I love, and I think this is going to be a theme actually now I'm thinking about it. I love the base with the big chocolate, some of that caramel, almost like Rolos, in beer form, fudgy, brownie, all that kind of stuff, right? And when you add these adjuncts, you lose some of that. And I'm okay with that as long as the adjuncts are really good. And I tell you what, and I'm not trying to recap all my reviews, if this beer didn't have pineapple in it, it would be, in my opinion, a delicious beer. And if it didn't have the coconut, banana, not that I tasted the lime, but the lime, and only had pineapple, I might have also thought it was delicious. But to me, oddly in this beer, because in real life I think, not real life, but in other things, coconut, pineapple, and banana can work really well together. It just didn't land for me in this beer. It was more interesting and tasted good than delicious. And that's why it's less, but I still liked it. The coconut in this, I was all about it. So again, I liked it, but definitely not more than any of the other ones I had from this year's lineup. I should have said this too, for sure, comment section below what you think, your ranking, that'd be awesome. Tell me how bad my ranking is. It all helps the algorithm, so I don't care. You can tell me how big of an idiot I am, that's fine. Might get more views on the channel. Keeping with the blue theme, apparently, the Biscotti. So yeah, like I was saying with the prop, adding these, putting in these adjuncts, these additives, I know some people prefer that term. That might be a whole other video. This beer lost some of what I like about just regular base Bourbon County. This, I'm thinking, maybe the prop, but I'm thinking Biscotti is going to be the most divisive. I think people either really liked it or really don't like it. That's my guess. I haven't watched anyone else's video. If they, I know the 21090 guys did their ranking. I haven't watched it yet because I don't want to, have that influence me. I haven't read any, articles where people ranked them, but I'm just kind of getting the sense of, especially do you like black licorice or not? And I think that's going to be a factor here. I happen to love black licorice. I really like this beer, even though it's towards the bottom of my list. I really liked it, but I think other people would be like, dude, that was the worst beer of the lineup this year. But there might be another contender. Let's see. I also should have said this. I'm not factoring in price at all. I'm just talking about the beer and how it tasted. Just as an FYI. That's a cool idea for maybe a different video or a different discussion. Was the beer worth the price? That is interesting to me. But this is not that. I'm not factoring in price at all, just as an FYI. Okay? Should have said that at the top. My apologies. But you can see why this made me think of it. Next is the 30th anniversary. I'm really curious to see what people say about this. I liked the extra barrel I got in this. I don't think it's a bad beer at all. I probably don't need to keep saying that because I don't think any of these are actually bad beers, even this one. But it didn't have enough of the notes I wanted from it, if that makes sense. Like, you have all these awesome barrels in it, but it was not better than the regular. And again, I'm not factoring in price point, but that's pretty rad that I can buy essentially like 3 regulars for the price of this one, and I like the regular more. So again, nothing bad about it, but lower on my list. Here's the other one I think is going to be super divisive. I'm going to pause for dramatic effect and for people to be like, oh, I know what's coming. Let's see if you're right. The coffee stout. Yeah. I really liked it. I know Sean from Nerd Sense really liked it. I know some other people like Brad Allison. I know, I forget if it was both of them or just one of them at 21090 were like, where's the coffee? And I have a hunch because Sean and I like cold brew coffee quite a bit, and they, for the first time ever, used cold brew. It's not the only kind of coffee that's in this, but they used cold brew for the first time, and that hits different. That's not burnt diner coffee, which I also like. These are not the same flavors. But as someone who absolutely loves cold brew, I was okay that thinned out this beer a little bit, which is a fair criticism. And I would have loved this to have a little bit more viscosity, don't get me wrong. But I think for me, the coffee hit better than some other people. Now, I don't know for a fact if those guys who were like, where's the coffee in this, if they drink cold brew or not. I have no idea. That's just a hunch I have because I know how much I like it and Sean as well. And we both like this beer. So yeah, I think this will be controversial to some people. This was the hardest. So we're coming up on which one's in third place and which one's in second place. This was the hardest one for me. I went back and forth quite a bit. Some people I've been talking to probably know which two I'm referring to. But I'm going to go Sir Isaac's is in third place. I absolutely loved that beer. I got a little bit more graham cracker in the aroma than I think other people did, because after I reviewed it, I went and sought out what other people had to say. I didn't get like a bunch of graham cracker in the taste, but it sounds like I might have gotten more than even other people, which was interesting to me. I would have just loved this beer with just the figs. I don't think Goose Island watches my videos, but if any brewery is watching this and they're like, what should we adjunct our barrel-aged stout with? Figs should be something you're considering. I loved this beer so much. I love Fig Newtons, hence the whole Sir Isaac Newtons, Fig Newtons name. I love Fig Newtons. Next time I go to the grocery store, I'm probably going to buy some because of this beer, because I haven't bought it in a while, a package in a while. That extra sweetness, I love sweet things, so that extra sweetness from the figs, and who was it? Someone, and I'm like, yeah, that's true. It might have been Keith at 93 Lumber spelled out, that the figs brought on even more of that date thing that you can get, and that date and caramel thing that you can get in regular Bourbon County. So I was a big fan of that. Then the base, I love this base. I think I've had, the earliest I've had is 2012. I've never had any Bourbon County before that. And I think I've had all of them since. This, to me, was the best year since 2015, which I've said on other videos. Is weird because that was the infection year. But if you got a bottle of the base that wasn't infected, that year was amazing. And I don't know if I think this one's better than the 15, but this is, if not better, second place from that whole 10-year span I just mentioned. I thought it just hit really nicely. It had everything I wanted in Bourbon County. What more can I ask for? Well, apparently I can ask for something completely different. This barley wine, I want all of this. I want more so I can age and periodically check in. I loved this beer fresh, but I'm almost positive I said it in my review. I think this beer is going to be even better with a couple years on it. I early on that 2012 year when I first got Bourbon County, I was told it's good fresh, but dude, give it a year. And I definitely thought, especially those, I don't know, pre-pasteurization, that's a whole separate conversation. That, yeah, that was really true, that they were nice fresh, but man, you let them meld together for like a year or more. And I mean, they peak and then they're not, they go back down, but, or they can, I should say, eventually, right? But, man, I love barley wine so much. I mean, I love stouts, obviously. But this one, I thought they did a great job with the base barley wine. I thought the barrel aging was on point. It kind of going back to like the 30th anniversary. Like I was really excited. Like, oh, a special barrel aging. That's cool. Whereas I thought this one really delivered on that. And I think this won't be that controversial. I'm kind of getting a sense that people love this Old Fitz barley wine this year. All right, that's my lineup. I'm very vulnerable right now. You know exactly what I think about this topic. It's literally on the screen. So let me know what you think. Have you tried all of them? Did you have like several of these and you want to tell me the rank of the ones you've had? Do you want to tell me I'm a lunatic? Anything, everything, comment section below. Let's get a conversation going. Once you're done doing that, make sure you check me out on Instagram and Untappd. It's No Hype Beer Reviews at both those places. So please like, comment, subscribe, and most importantly, imbibe. Cheers, everyone.